Hello there! My name is Thayse Barreto and I'm Brazilian and I'm here to talk with you guys in English. Yeah, because one, I'd like to make people that speak in English understand more about my culture. Two, because I'm going to move out to London in December if the corona actually allows. So that means that I need to practice more English, feel more comfortable with the language. So I actually hope that you forgive my mistakes, my strong accent, and that you actually can help me, making comments here, give me a like, sharing this video with your friends. Because I think that it's important make people that actually live outside Brazil understand more about my culture. I listen a lot of crazy things about Brazil, about Brazilians, and sometimes they're just bad labels that actually are not the truth. Just for you understand what I'm talking about. I mean like a question that I already listened more than once. It was like, you samba? And I go, what, dude? What are you talking about? Samba, it's a very specific kind of music. People that actually dance samba, it's more people from Rio and Sao Paulo, maybe just a little bit people from Porto Alegre, because the carnival parades. But Brazil is not just about that. For example, on Rio de Janeiro, it's very popular. People dance Brazilian music, call it funk. And it's not the kind of funk that you're thinking about. I'm going to let a link downstairs on the box of information about some funk music to you understand better, okay? So anyway, my point here with this channel is actually make people that speak English understand more about my Brazilian culture and show how a foreigner feel outside Brazil and how I see the difference between Brazil and England, for example. That's the country that I visit more, and that the country that I'm actually going to stay. Okay, so I already have another YouTube channel, but I'm not going to share here because I just speak Portuguese and I just talk there about the law, so it's completely different. And yeah, that means that I'm a lawyer, okay? I'm a labor lawyer, represent workers and litigation. Anyway, and like here, I also will add my Instagram account, okay? So you can follow me if you want. I have two Instagram accounts. One is in Portuguese, and again, I just talk about the law, so it's pointless share here. The second one I open as a project to make selfies during a whole year to see how different I was becoming. And there I just talk in English and it's open. So, that's why actually I'm going to share here. You probably will see a lot of selfies, just two or three pictures, different pictures, but it's because I'm focused on that project. But on the stories, I show other things, like sometimes I answer questions, with using those Instagram filters, and I show a little bit of my city and other stuff. So talk with me there, okay? So please, if you could, give me a like on this video, okay? And share with your friends, because it's actually important that people understand more about different culture, and it will be interesting because I'm Brazilian from Brazil, so seems like stupid speak like that, but that means that you will understand better my culture, taking information with the database. With a native, not what the press show around the world, like bad labels, okay? And I hope that you can forgive my accent, my mistakes in English, and that you don't think never ever that what I'm saying here it's offensive, because it's not. It's not my point. I actually like England. I actually love it, Scotland. So everything that I will talk about here, it will just to show the difference between my culture and the foreigner culture. Okay? So today I'm going to talk about the kind of thing that probably just women will get interested. The difference between a Brazilian guy and an English guy, okay? Going from my point of view, going from my experience, okay? So, what I saw when I was in England, what happened with me on dates with English guys, and how we deal with date apps on Brazil and on England, okay? So, let's start. Okay, so first, let's talk about date apps. It's completely nuts. I mean, like, you have no clue. On my culture, at least on artist, okay, let's remember that I'm talking about my experience, okay? Um, you just will use date apps in two situations. One, when you don't want a seriously relationship, okay? So we just want to hook up, casual stuff, have some fun. And two, when you are too much, I hope that's correct, the word in English, desperate. Something like that. I mean, like, I was talking with a friend a few weeks ago, actually, when I was in London, Alice. Actually, if you were watching this video, miss you, okay? So I was telling him that I actually know a Brazilian couple that meted each other on Tinder, and it's so funny because I mean, like, the girl always get proud about tell to everyone that she meted her husband on Tinder, and he just act like, oh no, forget the Tinder, don't tell to no one. I mean, like, please, she's crazy, she's not, no. She's just making fun, because he feels shame. He thinks that it was too much desperate, know his wife on Tinder. It's weird. Maybe I can understand why. It's because Brazilians in generally they're too much aggressive. I mean, like, not in a bad way. They're too much proactive. Maybe that's the word. I mean, like, that means that sometimes you were in a bus, you were just in the bakery line, you were in the bank solving some problem. A guy will look at you and he will just keep staring, like giving smiles, flirting, and then he will talk with you. You know, that's so common in Brazil. That actually means that Brazilian women suffer a lot with harassment sometimes. That's hard in our culture. It's not easy to a Brazilian girl just say no and the guy just go away. No. Sometimes when you are in a party dancing, the guy will come to talk with you. And you say, oh, I'm not interested in you. And he would just say, are you making a joke? Don't be a bitch. That kind of stuff. So why are you pretending that you are not interested in me? And he just will be there and will try to kiss you, that kind of shit. And that's the kind of behavior that Brazilian women actually expect from guys. I mean, like, we are raised to know that guys will do the first move. On artists, we have a very chauvinist culture, so that actually means that, sometimes a guy will not get interest on you, little girl. And his friends will just say, oh, are you gay? I mean, like, she's staring you. Why are you not, going to talk with her? It's a very weird point of my culture. But for another side, make things easier to women. Because women here are sometimes too much submissive, shy sometimes. So it's actually easy to know when a guy is interested in you or not, you know? Because they just do the first move. Very, very common. And when a guy on Brazil don't do that, or he's gay, or he's not interested in you. That's easy, you know? And here comes the difference between Brazilians and English. But before I enter on that, you already understood my point about date apps, okay? Right? Okay, so let's go. When I was in England, it was completely different. I mean, like, because guys, they seem so quiet and shy and sometimes insecure. I mean, like, an English guy will look at you and will get interest on you, but sometimes he will just not will talk with you because he's not sure if you were interested in him too, you know? So that actually means to Brazilian women, oh, he's not interested in me. I mean, like, if he's not talking with me, oh, he's not interested in me. Or maybe he's gay. So, I mean, like, all my Brazilian friends that were making the same exchange course that I was doing were saying that to me. They're slowly. They don't touch us. They don't kiss us. He's not interested on me. And I got, really? And yeah, I saw that. I mean, like, I did the kind of thing that I usually don't do in Brazil. I went to pubs alone to listen music, to drink, to have fun, you know? I was actually traveling alone, so it was a great first different experience. And I mean, like, some guys were there and they're looking to me and they're like staring me a lot, but they just didn't come to talk with me. I just got, why? Why? I mean, like, he's so cute. Why he just doesn't speak with me? He's not interested. Maybe I'm too ugly. Oh my gosh. Maybe he doesn't like Latin. I was thinking that maybe it was that. But no, it was the culture. I mean, like, because English seemed too much polite, too much pride, too much, I don't know if that's the correct word, but what I was understanding, it was that they were like closed, you know, like in a small circle. Then I understood a little bit more. It was like, oh, I can talk with her because I don't know if she's interested. I don't want that she thinks that I'm harassing her. Do you understand? I mean, like, for what I understood, guys, the feminism is very strong in England. I mean, like, when I was coming to the Heathrow airport, the Uber driver, he was from Nigeria, I think. He told me that he just came to me and said, yeah, I mean, like, it's very common here. Don't talk with people on streets. Because, I mean, like, if you just keep staring someone on the street, that person will think that maybe you were stalking her or you were harassing her. And if she reported to the police, he was talking about girls, the police will give a lot of importance to her words, to her voice. And I got, oh my gosh, Brazil need to understand a lot about that, to learn with that, you know? I mean, like, my brother, he was so worried because I was going to travel alone. And in the end, it was a totally safe travel, safe trip, you know? Anyway, that's the first difference between Brazilian guy and English guy. The second, very interesting, is that if you say, no, I'm not interested, he just will stop. He just will not talk with you again. It's good. So if you're a Brazilian girl and you're just like teasing with him, say, oh, I'm not interested in you, but you actually are, because Brazilians do that a lot. It's like a game. It's weird. Dear Brazilian, you're screwed. Yeah, because I mean, like, that means the guy will not understand. So he probably will not talk with you again because he doesn't want to harass you. And he probably will not get you interested about be kicked, you know? I mean, like, for what I understood talking with Alice and hanging out with English guys, they just will talk with you if he knows that you're actually interested on him, you know? So, anyway, another different point. It's funny. I mean, like, I swear, I will almost finish this video because it's getting too much long, but let's talk about kids, okay? Kiss a Brazilian. It's like a part of our culture. We like to kiss a lot. I mean, like, it's very common, for example, on carnival, on parties, you just see someone start to flirt with that person, you know, like for, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then you just start to kiss that person, okay? Kiss to Brazilians means affection, physical affection. And we do that a lot. We like to do that a lot. It's our way to discover if we have a good chemistry or not, if we have a good spark or not. Because sometimes someone is beautiful and amazing, but the kiss is terrible, you know? So that's very important to Brazilians. And doesn't mean that she will love you and will propose you. You know, no. Just means that she enjoy your company and she's interested in you. You know, and it's fun. I mean, like, to Brazilians at least. And we kiss using tongue. I never really understood a lot the expression French kiss, but for what I kind of understood means that you will kiss someone using your tongue, and your tongue will make movements like a dance, you know? So when a couple have a good sparkle, that means that the girl's tongue and the guy's tongue will dance together, you know? If the guy just put the tongue and keep making strange movements like do very like tense, that means that you and him didn't have a good, you know, sparkle together. You don't fit together. The Brazilian girl just will give up, probably. And that's not so brave. I mean, like, it's a normal thing in Brazil. Even to shy people like me, for example. But when I was in England, it was actually interesting. Because, I mean, like, oh gosh, I had few dates. And guys, they don't make the first movement. They will not touch you, okay? Brazilians, they already start to talk with you, touching you. The guy will arrive close of you in a club and will say, oh, you have a nice hair, so pretty, and will touch, you know? And then you will kiss him. On England, it's not like that. I mean, like, it was interesting because they actually like to talk. And I got interested on that because I thought that, oh my gosh, English seems so private, so closet, so maybe they were not so communicative, talkative, maybe that's the word. But it was the opposite. You can actually find English people that like a lot to talk. It's amazing. They actually will talk and will listen. So, you know, it's good to go on those dates. You can actually know a lot about the person. But they don't touch you. I mean, like, why I'm here? I'm interested in you. Why are you not touching me? So I because I was worried. Maybe if I touch him, he will not like it. Maybe he's not touching me because he's not interested in me. So if I just touch him, maybe he will think that I'm harassing him and I'm the foreigner. So I don't know if I should do that or not, that kind of stuff. So it was pretty hard to Brazilian girl understand that. And then let's talk about kids. Yeah, I mean, like, for what I saw, it's not so common English actually kiss in public. If you actually go to pubs and clubs, it will be not so common see guys and girls kissing each other, not like in Brazil, you know? In public too, and sometimes when in English, who kiss you, that person will not use the tongue. Yeah, it was so weird. I mean, like, it's just a point of the culture, but to Brazilian, it would be a shock. So, I mean, like, and if you talk with him and say, hey, let's use the tongue, that English can think, oh, but it's a too much private thing. We shouldn't go to do that in public on the street. Or the English guy will use the tongue, but dude, you have no idea. His tongue will not make that dance that I told you guys in the beginning. No, sometimes the tongue will be like, oh, I'm fighting, like doing that. And the Brazilian girl will be just, what happened here? So that actually means that Latins, I mean, like, let's not say Latins. That means that a Brazilian girl maybe will think, we didn't have a good physical match, so let's not have a date again. So, guys, that was a huge difference between our cultures. Oh, and yeah. Let's talk again about dates. I mean, like, sometimes you will go in a date with an English guy, and that guy, I don't know, you will go out with him 2, 3 times, and sometimes he just don't kiss you. That doesn't mean the English guy is not interested in the girl. It means that he's respecting her. I understood that. But to Brazilian girl, she will think, what's happening here? Are we just friends? He's not actually interested in me? Who knows? Maybe I should ask. I know that because that didn't happen just with me. My Brazilian friends told me that they actually asked about it. And he said, do you want to kiss me? Can I kiss you? I mean, like, because I need to know what's going on here, So yeah, that was actually interesting. So an English guy can make a Brazilian girl change her mind because she can discover that she can do the first move. And that's nothing wrong with that, It's actually interesting. And she can open more her mind and understand that a guy should respect your boundaries, your limits. No means no, You shouldn't think that someone is gay or is not interested in you just because he's being respectful with you, okay? And I think that English guys could understand more about body language. I mean, like, dude, if I'm smiling to you, if I'm talking with you for 2, 3 hours, if I'm here in a pub with you for so long, I'm interested in you. Because if I was not interested, I just would take my bag and say bye-bye, I had a date that the time of that date was like just 20 minutes because I was not interested in him. So I just said, okay, I have an appointment, so I have to go and bye-bye, So I think that English guys should understand more about that, about body language. And if a Brazilian girl show affection for you, why not try the first movement? You could at least ask about it. I mean, like, can I touch you? It's okay if I do that, just touch your arm. Is it okay if I kiss you? It's not too much. I mean, like, you shouldn't feel that you're exposing yourself too much, you know, just because you're showing that you're interested in her. That doesn't mean that you're harassing her, because if you are in a date, that means that actually she has some interest in you. So it's okay. I mean, like, my sister, she actually, it was funny. She interested someone. Maybe on the future I will talk their story here. Anyway, in some point, he's actually in English. He just asked her, kiss me. I mean, like, he didn't ask if he could kiss her. He just said, kiss me. She did. So it was okay. You can show that you're interested. That don't means that you will be harassing her, you know? And the point about go to a date, it's actually discover if you can or if you can't be with someone, if you like or not that person. I mean, like, if you're not interested, dude, just say, okay, you're a good girl, but I'm not interested in you, okay? I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I have to go. It's fine. So if you can do that, why can't you do the opposite and show your feelings, show that you are interested, okay? So go on a date with an English guy actually made me become different, made me get more braver and expose more myself and say, I'm interested in you, or at least try, touch the guy to show that I was interested, okay? That was actually interesting. And also another thing that I learned, it was about saying no and say, respect me, you know? Because Brazilians, we care a lot about the other's opinion and judgment. And we don't like to make people think bad about us. We care a lot about the other's opinions. That actually means that a Brazilian sometimes will say yes when the person wants to say no. And I thought the difference on Europe, because if they don't want something, they would just say no. Why? Because I don't want, you know? I don't need to give you explanations. So it was very interesting. Oh, and to finish this video, oh my gosh, it was so long, I swear I'm going to finish. The other thing, it was like, shit, sorry for the bad language, guys. It was like, because they don't want to harass no one and their culture is very private and close, they use a lot of date apps. I mean, like, sometimes a guy wants a serious relationship, he will use a date app. Sometimes he just wants a hookup, he will use a date app. He just won't make friends, he just will use a date app. I mean, like, it's very common on UK. So maybe it's different to Brazilians because we're very open and friendly and communicative and talkative, and we like to talk with people about us. And we do that with strangers in public. On London, I didn't see that, you know? So that was a huge difference between our cultures. But that's actually cool because make you change, open more your mind and challenge yourself, you know, trying to talk with someone before judge just the appearance, you know, because if you chat and chat and chat and chat and chat, you can discover if you actually have a good connection or not, if you have something in common or not, if you can talk with that person or not, because, come on, relationships are more than sex and kisses. You need to enjoy the other's company. So anyway, guys, that was a huge difference between Brazil and England. Brazilian guy and English guy, I think. So I hope that you actually like the next video, okay? Because I'm going to talk about how a Brazilian will treat a foreigner in Brazil and how I was treated as a foreigner in England and in Scotland too. Okay, so please give me a like, share this video, and let's talk, okay? And don't forget to subscribe on this channel. I'm beginning today from zero, so I hope see you soon. Bye!